you've had, I'm going to say, a bone to pick with someone.
I need to talk to everyone a little bit, and I don't want to alienate everyone, but we do need to talk about David Copperfield.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to be like, no one cares, because I know no one cares.
Right.
The reason so what I need you, gentle listener, to do is think of someone or something that was huge during your childhood.
Yeah.
Okay. And that you maybe have like a deep emotional connection to this person or this show, this special, whatever, this
For me,
movie.
Yeah, it's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Now imagine that as an adult, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch comes back out and is awful and disappointing. You would be very upset. So here's what we need to talk about. David Copperfield, famed magician from the 90s, used to do these huge ABC specials.
They were events.
You cannot overstate how big of a deal these things were. And I even got a direct message from Checkmate Christina.
Yeah.
Who said...
Christina Mendoza.
Yeah, she's great.
She's awesome. I did her maternity photos.
She said, Bethany, I hope you are well. I am messaging you to let you know that... I totally now get it when you talk about David Copperfield.
There we go.
I just spent an hour watching some of his acts. The Death Saw, Statue of Liberty disappearance, Walking Through the Great Wall, Barclay House Ghost, The Explosion Escape, Orient Express, him flying.
Barclay House Ghost?
I don't know that one.
Okay.
He is awesome and he is truly a master illusionist. Now,
okay.
So let's do all of that. He did these amazing, like anytime you see someone make fun of a super showy magician, they're making fun of David Copperfield.
Right.
He made it like a sexual ballet sort of like big deal show.
Right. And then Chris Angel, Mind Freak, took that like to the nth degree.
Yeah, he became like an edgelord.
He did. Yeah. But he also was like, he had abs.
Yeah.
He was like shirtless.
David Copperfield was more like wind machine and flowing hair.
And like weird interludes of him flying?
Just flying.
Mark.
That was actually a really big step forward in the art of magic. So here's what's going on now.
Did you have a poster of him on your room?
Shut the fuck up and let me continue to talk.
But just answer me that
question.
question.
Yes, of course I did.
Okay.
So David Copperfield announced back in October of 2023 that he was going to do something he had spent 3 decades working on.
Okay.
And that was he was going to make the goddamn moon disappear.
I have heard about this nonstop since last year.
Yeah. He said he was going to do it sometime in February, and he never specified a date. Okay. I reached out to so many people who I knew also love David Copperfield. And I was like,
Michelle,
did you guys see this?
Our friend Michelle?
I said, Will and Kristen.
Okay.
I was like, did you guys see this?
So 3 people you reached out to.
So many people.
Your network.
As someone who doesn't have a lot of friends, that's a lot. That's a big proportion of my friends.
For an introvert?
Yeah.
That's too many.
So January comes.
Yeah.
Nothing.
February
comes. This is the month it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm checking almost every single day on his Instagram to see, has he updated? No. Are there any new stories? No. Has he taken down the moon posts? No. Then he shows up on Jeffrey Epstein's list. So how would you feel, Dennis, if Halloween 3 Season of the Witch
was on
showed up on Jeffrey Epstein's list?
I'd still watch the movie, but I'd have reservations.
That's how I feel too. So it's like being on his list doesn't necessarily mean he did anything. It means he knew him, but you don't want to, I'm not going to accuse anybody, but it's definitely like lower down on the kind of list you would want to be on.
Yeah, you don't want to be on that list.
Right.
You don't want to be on that.
I'd rather be on like the coolest t-shirts list.
Right. Yeah.
Than that list.
Yeah. The coolest t-shirts list is a good list.
It's a great list.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, so maybe he's just not going to do it because of the list.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But he still hasn't taken down the moon posts. So he says it's going to happen in February.
Right.
There's a leap year.
Yeah.
So the night of the 28th, I went outside to see if the moon was still there.
Okay.
Because I had also posted on his Instagram, are you going to make the moon disappear for everyone or just for people who can see it where you are?
There were also a lot of comments on that post specifically, that yelling at how irresponsible it was for him to make the moon disappear.
Someone was like, but all the animals. And I was like, but women's periods.
Yeah.
So the moon was still there on the 28th. Yesterday was the 29th. Moon is still there. This mother
Bethany.
Posts, don't you dare interrupt me as I ramp up to my rage. He posts on Instagram an article about how the moon people shot up a rocket with David Copperfield's archives on it.
Yeah.
So it will be on the moon. But also he's like, don't worry, I'm still going to make it disappear. But it's just taking a little bit longer than I anticipated. And so it'll happen. It's just not going to happen in February. Here's my thing.
Okay.
If you have spent
you're talking to the live chat right
decades
now. Yeah.
planning this illusion, you had better figure out what it's going to take to do it on time.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I know no one cares except for me, but imagine if
I
the
think a
thing
lot
that
of
you
people
loved
care.
growing up was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to make a big comeback this year.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm so excited because I loved this thing growing up. And then the thing is like, psych, I didn't plan it well enough. What the? So now I'm just like, is it because he's on the list? Do you think it's because he's on the list and he's waiting for things to settle down? Because if you look at the comments in his Instagram, people are talking about the list for sure more than they're talking about his illusions.
May I speak now?
Now you're allowed.
Okay. Do you feel a little bit better that you got that out?
I'll feel better once I feel validated by it that other people also care.
Okay, so I totally care. I know this is important to you. So I want you to know that I care, okay? Pay attention to me. I'm talking to you. No, you're not. You're looking at the live chat.
No one is validating my feelings.
Okay, well, I'm here. I'm here with you right now. So I hear you.
Thank you.
I validate you. This was very exciting. You, on the 28th, I heard you violently got up from the couch.
Yeah.
And you were just like, I
was at 6s and 7s.
No, but you were just like relaxing and suddenly you just got up.
Because I remembered what day it was.
So yeah,
and what time of day it was.
Stamped over to the the stairwell, stomped down the stairs. I said, Bethany, where are you going? You go, I'm going to look at the mother moon to see if David Copperfield is doing his promise. And then you slammed the door.
Yeah.
And I just sort of went, okay, this is a serious moment.
And what did I see in the sky? Mother Moon.
Yes.
She's still there.
Did you do a little Wiccan dance?
Yeah, I was just like, thank you for thank you for being.
Did your little
But
salutation?
then I was also just like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing up there?
What's going on? And then you got on your phone. You stamped back upstairs. You said, it's still there.
It's still there.
Then you stamped up the stairs, got on your phone, and started typing. And I can only think at that moment that you were on Instagram typing a comment on his page.
So angry. Now look.
But listen, as someone who loves film and loves filmmakers.
Yeah.
He's been working on this for, you said, 3 decades.
This is what he claims, but apparently not well enough to not know that he's going to have to push it back a few days.
So what's a couple of days? It's been 3 decades. Give him a couple more days.
What's a couple of days? He's had, what's 365 times 10 years?
I'll do that
30
math.
years.
I'll do that math for you right now. 365 times
30.
10,950.
He's had so many days. What is happening? So I hope you know, gentle listener, that I am ironically angry, but also...
No, you're really angry.
But also, I was excited about this with a wink and a nudge.
Yeah.
But also that, I had such a crush on David Copperfield growing up. I put my little Fisher-Price audio tape recorder next to the TV, and I would record the audio of his specials.
Yeah.
So even though I couldn't watch them, I could listen to them.
Oh, Bethany, that broke my heart.
And so...
Yeah.
What the hell, David Copperfield?
Okay, well, here's what's going to happen. He's going to make it happen. He's always made do on his promises. I think that maybe the Epstein thing is
I think it might be the problem.
I think it might have thrown a monkey wrench into stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of people are commenting.
People are mad.
That. Yeah, people are real upset, and rightly so, because gross. And also, there have been other allegations.
I know.
He's not a good person.
Well, we don't know.
He allegedly is not a good person. He allegedly, regarding a 17-year-old, not a good person some years ago.
Yeah.
There's some not great things.
There's some not great things. But you still appreciate his art.
He played a large role in my childhood. Never look too far into the people that you liked growing up.
No, absolutely not.
They will 100% disappoint you regarding a 17-year-old.
Yeah.